This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in Florida. I'm here with BizBolster Web Solutions. Since 2016, they've been providing for small business and nonprofits websites and tools that not only attract new prospects, but also start building the know, like, and trust factors for your prospects when they hit your website. I'm joined with Lori Osborne, who is the founder and chief solutions architect. Thanks so much for joining us here today, Lori.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
I'm going to start off a little bit about yourself. You were formerly educated in business management with a 4.0 GPA from the University of Phoenix. Prior to that, it was University of Oklahoma. You're also credentialed from the Social Media Academy. You have really a vast background in business that began in IT management, project management, recruiting, really over 2 decades in technology in many areas. But it was in 2015, your professional and your personal journey kind of took a turn. Medical issues literally took your focus away from what was your norm. Share with me a little bit about your story and what got you here today.
Well, in 2015, I had just changed jobs from a very high stress job to a rather boring job in comparison. And I was falling asleep at my desk, and that has never happened to me before. So I went to the doctor, and after quite a bit of investigation, we found that I had a brain tumor. And it was sitting on my pituitary, causing my energy levels to drop. I also had a drooping left eye out of nowhere. So yeah, it was kind of stopped me in my tracks. They also told me it couldn't be removed, but they wanted to do surgery to get it off my optical nerve. And when they did, they found it was part of my carotid artery. So they nicked it, caused a brain bleed. So that nice drooping eye, then I lost all the vision or the majority of vision in that eye as a result. I ended up with a ton of pain, a ton of just issues. I couldn't talk right, and my stress, I just could not handle stress. The idea of going back to the corporate world in IT project management was just not even an option because of the stress. But the thing is, it caused me to stop and think, okay, if I can't go to work, I still got to be productive. I have to do something. So I started dabbling in different things and what could I do that could become a business if I could work at some point. And then I discovered web design. And obviously, being in technology, I'd been around websites, but I had never designed one. And I fell in love. I absolutely fell in love with web design.
Here we are today. I mean, you got basically that would take anybody off their tracks. Sometimes getting thrown off your tracks can be a good thing in the long term. I mean, the year is 2023. If it were 1923 and you asked what the must-have to be successful in business is, it would be a beautiful sign outside your business to attract prospects. Today, that must-have attraction magnet, really it's a website. Why is a website
Yes.
the hub to your business?
It first of all, it means you're in business, honestly, because when people go to look for people that they've met or they've heard about, the first thing they're going to do is look for a website. So if your presence is on Facebook or Instagram and you don't have a website to show that you're a business, you're not going to be taken seriously. The other thing is that is the best place to build that know, like, and trust. Give an opt-in, give something to people that could be interested in you to demonstrate your knowledge and give them something of value. And then direct your social media, direct your other things to that hub. And then the search engine optimization just builds on that, bringing more people to you, and then hopefully continuing to have them come through things like blogs that continue to show them your knowledge and give them value.
I mean, a website is paramount. Like I've always said, you not only can't win the game of business without one, I mean, you're not even in the game if you don't have a site. Just like the wide
Yes.
array of businesses that I see pop up every day. I mean, there are millions of websites we all see every day. Some are good, some are not so good. Why does this the do it your age, can it sometimes hurt us, especially when it comes to do it yourself websites?
Absolutely. I see so many mistakes and just misunderstandings. And, I have to kind of tell you a little joke here. When I first started doing this, I said I didn't want to know anything about marketing, which is really embarrassing 7 years later.
Right.
But that's just it. The people doing their own websites often don't understand marketing. They don't understand branding. A lot of times they don't even understand that you have to pay for the images that you get off of the internet. And so they're opening themselves up to copyright issues. So you end up with, yeah, you might have something out there, but it's sloppy. It's often ugly. It doesn't represent the person well. And it could be breaking rules right and left with things like copyright.
I mean, when a business focuses on the photos and the colors and the aesthetics of a website, would you say they can sometimes almost fool themselves thinking they have built an optimal website when really they only have a pretty digital PowerPoint presentation?
Absolutely. You said in 1923, a sign outside. SEO is your sign outside. And for search engine optimization to work, the website has to be optimized. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. It has to be built right. There has to be things done to make Google and the other search engines, even AI engines, to be happy and to be found. So yeah, you can make it look as beautiful as you want on the front, but no one's going to find it. And it's like building a business without putting a sign outside.
Definitely leave the work for the professionals. We're moving to the AI, embarking on a new area. Obviously, you're keeping up with that. I mean, you build sites that become your sites become your number one employee. They work for you. They're open 24/7. They actually attract prospects before they even visit your site. Explain what SEO is for somebody out there that may not understand what that means.
So SEO is search engine optimization, and it is the art and science of being found online. So it is the things that we do to make you better than your competition and show up higher than your competition when someone does a search. Because 9 times out of 10, people are not going to go past even the first 4 or 5 that are listed on that first page.
Wow, that's probably one of the best answers I've heard to that, and I've asked it a few times. Not only does it attract prospects, it knows your prospect and it kind of speaks their language. When a consumer is out surfing the web, explain how behind that beautiful design is a complex strategy at work. And do you have to get to know your clients' prospects so that you can set up that strategy?
I start learning my clients and their clients before I even start with the website, because your website needs to speak to your clients even before we get into SEO. Because a blanket website that tries to speak to everyone speaks to no one. So you've got to know your audience, and I've got to know their audience to be able to show that in their brand and speak the right language. And then that translates over to the SEO, because the next thing we've got to figure out is, when someone's searching, what are they searching for? Because it's not often the technical terms that we're used to using. It's the terms that that individual that's looking is using. So yeah, we do a lot of research and a lot of checking and a lot of question asking to find out, who are your clients and how would they look for you?
Most people out there building their own websites, they don't even know the answer to that question to begin with. They probably never even they've never even asked the question. So with SEO, it attracts the prospect. It brings the World Wide Web to your website doorstep. So now that they're there, I mean, it's got to look great, be inviting, be engaging. Is design really one of your passions?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that is what I felt like I discovered when I really discovered this piece, because I'd never been able to be creative before in my work. And it is a great deal of creativity, but it's not just creativity. It's also understanding the right flow and understanding, you don't want, on the first page, you don't want it to be all about me, all about you, the consumer, the client, the person that's selling. You want it to be speaking to your audience. They're there to get a problem solved, not find out who you are and all of your list of credentials that are after your name. They want to know, how can you solve my problem? And a lot of times a DIYer doesn't understand that either, because they think they want to know about me and they want to know how great I am. They don't care how great you are. They just want their problem solved. I mean, they care how great you are to get their problem solved, but they just want their problem solved.
The site is easy on the eyes. A visitor wants to stay a while. It's informative. It really is your best salesman that never sleeps. I mean, is putting a company's mission and purpose and conveying that rather quickly of what they do, is that really vital to the first step of the website?
It's important. I do agree it's important. You want to make sure that your clientele is in line and understands how you operate. Like, I definitely stress on my website that quality and integrity are very important to me, so that hopefully they'll know that about me. But really, you can say those words all day long. It's relationship building. And that's what I say, the know, like, and trust. I can say that, but they're not going to believe it until they see it and they get to know me. Maybe they go to my interview section and hear me talk and go, oh, she like tells the truth. She doesn't beat around the bush, and, she's honest and she's open, like it's building the relationship, not just saying the words.
Absolutely. I mean, I know for myself, I hate jumping through hoops to do business with someone, especially to give you my money. Do you provide tools on the site that make it easy for the visitor to buy products or services, like maybe a shopping cart, or even set up appointments?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. I encourage everyone to have a scheduler of some kind, and we set those up for our clients and work with them. The sites that I build have e-commerce, membership, anything that they need that is going to make their lives easier and easier for their prospects.
I mean, so the site is built with the end game in mind. And in this game,
Yes.
scoring is conversion. Would you say there is a selling psychology that a site has that gets them to going from just looking to actually buying?
It's funny that you say that, because I'm probably one of the few people that say I don't build sites with conversion in mind. And I know that's a shock, but I'm going to go back to that know, like, and trust. If you've got some less expensive products, less than $100, yes, let's focus on getting those products sold right and left, if that's the bulk of your business. But if the bulk of your business is $1,000 products, $10,000 products that people have to really think about to buy, then I want us to focus on the know, like, and trust, because that's what it's going to take before they convert. They're not likely to click a button and purchase a $10,000 product without talking with you first and getting to know you, unless they've, been referred to you and money is no object. But that's not for most of us.
End game is conversion. The way to get there is through a relationship. And that really is what you build within your sites. And you have taken technology challenge off the table for small business. You create exceptional sites that answer the only real question, I mean, visitors need to know, and that is, what's in it for me? Is that really the cornerstone to a great site?
Absolutely. Absolutely. When, we all have competition. For most of us, there are probably hundreds of other people they could go to. So the first thing that I want my clients, prospects to know is, what can I do for them that's going to solve their problems? Because the sooner they know that their problems can be solved, the more likely they are to reach out to you.
Excellent. Lori, this week was a milestone for you. 7 years ago, you had climbed some medical mountains. You may not have known what the future held. Yep, here we are today. You have been trusted by some of the movers and shakers in the coaching business to convey their message. You have helped so many small businesses by believing your motto, we are successful if you are successful. Are you grateful this week and pretty much every day?
I am beyond grateful. Absolutely. I'm grateful for this tumor. I'm grateful for the people in my life that have made this happen. And I love what I do and love my business. So yes, I am so grateful.
And prospects out there love your websites, so it's working great. Viewers, let's take a look at the bottom of the screen. You're going to see her website, and basically you can learn about all her services. I mean, check out her impressive client gallery there. She has some resources on the site as well where you can learn more about SEO, Google Analytics, and that type of thing. You can even become a member and get a report of your visibility of your website, which can be very important for you. Definitely check out the testimonials, but most importantly, the tab at the top of the screen is basically something you can click, which is work with us, and reach out to her, find out if you're a good fit, if your website is really answering the question you should be asking is it working for you? And if not, reach out. That is BizBolster Web Solutions. Websites and tools that not only attract new prospects, but also start building the know, like, and trust factors for your prospects when they hit your website. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know.